There is a reason why the origin of the universe was not discovered. It's just a bit complicated to explain. The story of our universe begins in a different universe. A star exploded there. It created a black hole. The explosion in space created a rift space into our universe. That is how our universe was created. The explosion was so massive that, in addition to the created universe, there were enormous differences in time between the two universes. What happens in the other universe in 1 hour or two, in our universe is going millions of years. From the explosion of the star in the other universe, the rocks parts of the star entered into the black hole. The mass came out of that universe. Just as the may suddenly get out from our universe into an unknown space into a black hole, this is how the mass suddenly enters to our universe, from the other side of the black hole. The mass entering our universe is in the form of stardust. Because of the differences in time between universes, the mass that comes is in the form of stardust. From the explosion in the other universe, stardust flows into our universe for millions of years. This is the time it takes for the mass to enter our universe. Where's the black hole? Where is the stardust? How did the sun and the stars created? Stardust is surrounding the solar system. As a result of friction burned, there was a small sun created. This sun has been growing for millions of years. The black hole is linked to the sun, pouring stardust on the sun's surface. The sun surrounding its axis, and that's why there are black spots on the sun's surface every time in a different place. The dust around the solar system is the testimony from the time when the sun was lit, but not all the material was lit and united with the sun. The force that causes the elliptical movement of the planets around the sun is the power of the black hole. That is the power that creates the seasons. The black hole serves as a pushing force. In the summer the black hole is behind the sun, pushing the planets from the sun to their winter. Light is not caught in the black hole because the hole is in another universe. We cannot see from our universe what happens in another universe. The black hole throws stardust strongly on the surface of the sun, and revolves the sun on its axis. Ever since the sun was lit, the dust of the stars had been thrown hard on the surface of the sun, turning it around its axis. Just like in this picture. That's why stars circulate around the axis. The sun grows because of the stardust masses added to the sun. Global warming will not stop. Stardust saturated with energy flows to the sun all the time. When the black hole stops flowing stardust to the sun, the nuclear thermal reactor in the sun slows and stops activity. The sun cools and becomes to a regular star. That is how the universe was created. That's how the sun's created. That's how all of the stars all over the universe were created. It's not the end, there's a little more. There is a close connection between the two universes, a black hole in the other universe, giving rise to a new sun in our universe. All the stars in our universe were created in this way. This fits well with the Milky Way movement. But it is not clear whether the driving force in our universe or in the other universe. According to the presentation of the creation of the universe, we have a sterile universe. Life could not have possibly been created in our universe. From where did life come to our universe? In describing the creation of the sun and the stars, it is about standing stars. All the planets in the solar system and all of the planets whose speed has been measured, all are moving at the same speed. From where is the kinetic movement of the planets? The only possibility that answers that question is that the planets were sent from a different universe by a black hole, full and without any time difference between the universes. This is the cause of constant speed of the planets. This is also the only possibility that life will come to our universe. This argument leads to evidence of the existence of another universe, third one. It is not possible that the universe will have two entrances to our universe when one has time differences, and the other don't have. Therefore there is evidence of the existence of a third universe. Earth has also arrived from a different universe and brought life from there to our universe. must be life in our universe, they must came from the other universe as well. It is also possible that we have in common the same ancestor. In another universe, a star exploded. A black hole was created. The explosion created our universe. There are enormous time differences between the universes. Because of the time differences between the universes, the mass enters our universe is stardust. As a result of friction, the material lit, a sun was created. Stardust that flows into the sun creates black spots. The power of the black hole causes elliptical motion of the planets around the sun. It creates the seasons. The sun turns around its axis because of the force of the black hole who throws stardust across the sun. This is also the reason why the planets revolve around their axis. Global warming will not stop. Stardust saturated with energy flows to the sun all the time. When the stardust will stops flowing, the sun get cools and becomes a regular star. That is how the universe was created. That's how the sun's created. That's how all of the stars all over the universes were created. We're done, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.